up any other morning, you always say, or you always know, or you are, concentrate. This is a special day that everyone will always want to be part of. Well, I mean everyone. In short, those who are not with us will always look, their children will always look back and remember those memories they've shared with them, even though they are gone. Okay? So, a beautiful morning to you out there. This is Galactic Television, and happy Children's Day to every one of us out there. Yes, I'm also a child. I still have my now. So I'm also a child, but really, seriously, it's all about children today. And we thank God for the gifts that God has always blessed us with. The fact that we also started from when we're young, from the womb to crawling, to limping and to walking and to jumping and to running. So to the glory of God, we're celebrating children all over the world today. And it's all beautiful. It's all great. It's so wonderful to know that we are part of this joy, celebrating our children. And I'm sure you're so, excited as well. Many of them are at home now, and you always want to look back and say, Children's Day, what am I going to give to these children? And they also will be expecting, it's not their birthday, but it's a day you always want to share and celebrate them, and also want to know that, thank God, that He has given you this beautiful joy. This is Family and Values, and the program is all about you, me, our family, our children, our heritage, our culture, our beliefs, our religion, irrespective of the age, but particularly to all our young ones out there who believe that the culture can be, pushed out and cannot be, understood by them because their generation is different. We want to remind them. We want to let them know. We want to bring it to their notice, and also to have a voice for them to be able to relate and share and understand that this culture can also be brought, absorbed into their own generation. And so you can always watch us from Mondays to Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every morning, Mondays to Friday. And you can always join us on Facebook, on our YouTube channel. Just go to Galaxy Television. Don't just say TV. Galaxy Television, you get us live on both Facebook and YouTube. And also we have our own application. You can download it to join us. Don't forget, you can be part of Galaxy Television on Avio application, on O-Prime application, and also on Terrestrial 27. So you're so much welcome to the program. My name is Olori Adejoke David. And there's one beautiful chart I want to give you this morning. And this chart is talking about you understanding that life is all about what you say, what you give. No matter how small, no matter how little, it goes a long way. It goes a long way because that being of who you are and what you have extended to someone will always make it to be remembered. So you're welcome to the show. My friends call me Olori AJ, and I don't do this show alone because I have a sister who is always here. I don't know how to do that now. Whether now we will do.
Good morning to you.
Because she's looking like them now. She just decided to put her hair down like that.
Don't worry.
Unfortunately, it's not that long, but she just decided to come like that this morning.
So that we'll be multicultural in all ways.
Mommy David, how are you?
I love that name. Oh my
Mommy
God.
Manuela, how are you this morning?
Okay, I'm fine.
No, we have to come to the reality that we are mothers and we've been there.
Thank you for
all those
bringing
who
that
are
reality
believing God.
to me this morning.
Thank God to all those who are believing God because they are not pushed aside. I told you someone calls me mom. He calls me mom and I'm like, hey, I feel it because I want to imagine what if I never had a
child
and someone is calling me mommy. The way he calls it goes deep. See, I tell you, you are not barren. You are fruitful and you are bringing forth. I tell you, every children, your Bible people will say, now one person they born. Now plenty people, they train them. So you are blessed in our midst and God is going to answer you soon. John, how are you?
I'm fine, I'm good.
Mommy David, Mommy Ella. So good to
You
see
see,
you. Happy Children's Day to you.
I'm a child.
Because
That's
you
what
get
I was
papa.
expecting.
You get papa.
Yeah, I still have a father, so I was expecting him to wake up and wish me Happy Children's Day. But yes, Happy Children's Day to all the beautiful, talented, wonderful kids we have around us. In fact, when I woke up this morning, I pretended like I didn't know what was happening. And somebody came to me, knelt down. I was saying, what happened? He said, my Children's Day prayer. I said, oh, somebody remembers the routine. Yes, today is the 27th day in the month of May, and it's Children's Day. Can you have your childhood memories? What is it you did on this particular day? We'll come back to that. I am Princess Joy Eyo Abu. Welcome to Family and Values on Galaxy Television, where we are reaching out for the stars. Today promises to be very, very educative. We're taking it to another level. Just stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
So do you have any birthday shout out?
No, I don't. But all the children celebrate.
We are celebrating all the children all over the world.
All over
And we are not here alone. If you are just imagining what is happening. Today is Children's Day. So in a short while, you may not see us here. But we'll just disappear
and reappear.
And we reappear again. So we're going to be having a wonderful time with this beautiful, electable young lady sitting next to us this morning. So how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Jessica, it's so
Very
good to
fine,
have
thank
you
you,
too.
ma'am.
Tell
Thank
me
you,
who
ma'am.
how are you?
Jessica,
Very
your
fine,
surname.
Ntiaidem.
You're from Cross River.
Akwa Ibom.
I thought as much.
And wait, don't go there. Now I'm going to put her to the test. Because it's Children's Day. Now speak your language to her, and I want her to respond.
Over there. She won't hear that. You don't understand your parents.
Not really.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
That's
the deeper one.
No, I said people over there, like, how you doing? People over
Okay.
there, how you doing?
Okay, you've never had that before.
Then when you
right?
hear them for like
Awesome.
You see, so that's it.
More communicate, more connect. They connect.
More
Let me
connect.
show wow, okay. Shall I feel one? Mommy and daddy in call. What are we talking about? So our children are going to dazzle you this morning. And so Remy Lawal, is Remy on with us this morning already? Remy, are you there? We are waiting for our Zoom guest to join us. And I want to be sure Remy is joining us in a couple of minutes. Okay, let's see if it will join us much later. But it's time for us to take our word mini feature. I will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Okay, welcome back. Don't mind the weather. I want to disturb our beautiful, this beach. Be careful yourself. Oluwaremi Lawal, you're welcome to the show. Where are you? How is Ibadan? I hope it's not raining because we don't want to disturb us over here.
When you see him in this position, just know that he's ready. Looking at him in that position, just know that
to have you this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, we have Oluremi Lawal, is a parental coach and also a writer, and a man who is so particular about children. It's not he likes them, but he will tell you, parents, you have a lot to do. And so this morning, Remy, we have our guest in the house. And we are handing you over to Jessica. She is a JSS3 student, and she is in year 9, okay? And we also have Temiloluwa. She is an SS2 student. She is in year 11. So we're handing them over to you as we discuss encouraging children to speak up. And we'll be back after this. So just sit down. I like your pose. Just stay on that pose. I'm looking at your pose on my camera right now. So just give us a minute. Myself and Joy.
Good morning to you.
We are handing over to Jessica and Temiloluwa.
I love the comfort position you took this morning. It's like you're really ready for this.
For the kids.
You're ready
Very,
to give them.
very ready.
Well, let me say Happy Children's Day to you, even though you're an orphan, but Happy Children's Day to you. At least we should celebrate children. That's your son too.
Okay, so let's go for the break. I will be right back. Okay.
Right back.
So welcome back, sir. My name is Aidee Temiloluwa, and I'm here with my co-host.
Ntiaidem Jessica.
So we'll be asking you some questions to the topic. We'll be asking some questions to the topic, encouraging children to speak of their mind.
Morning to
So first
everyone.
question that I have is when having a conversation with my parents, why do they always jump to conclusions or make assumptions without truly understanding us?
Okay, I sympathize with children on that because as adults, we have children, but we start seeing them as adults right from childhood. So we expect children, to grow up in one day. We don't cut them any slack whatsoever. So we look forward to perfect human beings and forgetting that there are no perfect human beings anywhere. Rather, there are people who are growing. So once again, I want to say sorry to all children who have gone through this. And do have it at the back of your mind that your parents do not do these things because they want to hurt you. It's based on the limited knowledge we have. That's why we behave that way. And then we often think that every child sets out to commit an error. So we want to intercept that error. That's why we jump into conclusion without listening to you. If I've answered your question.
Okay, so I have another question. So why is it that sometimes when we have some faults or we make a mistake, especially when it's something we haven't done before, it's always assumed that we've gotten it from a friend or it's bad influence from a friend or someone we've recently met?
Okay. To answer the first question, I am still going to say the same thing. That this is parenting assumption. Okay, I wrote something a few days ago because I researched and I realized that an average human being has between 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. And it's been found that 95% of those thoughts are assumptions and imaginations that are not existing. So we leave children with lots of assumptions. So we think that once you do something that is not right, you've been influenced by someone. So like I said again, I'm still going to apologize. It will keep happening. So you have to live with it until your parents know better. They are never going to do better. So it's an assumption on the part of parents that we just jump to say, oh, for doing this, he or she must have been influenced by someone.
I have another question. Why do parents feel like they can plan our future? They get to decide who we marry, what course we study. Why do parents think that they have to control everything we do?
God bless for that question. And I hope that parents are listening. Now, let me say this for parents to hear, that you children are not a part of our families. We are strangers in our families. We are just merely privileged to birth you here on earth, and birthing you does not confer ownership on us. So birthing children, I'm going to say this again, birthing children does not confer ownership on parents. So what it does is that it confers responsibility of guidance. We need to guide you, and guiding you is guiding you in that your innate abilities and those things that has been planted in you for you to do here on earth, not for us to use you to fulfill our failed past, which is what most parents do. If I fail to become a doctor, automatically my son needs to make up for that by becoming a doctor. That's failure on its own. Even if that child turns out to become a doctor, he will still be a failure, because life is not measured in the volume of what you do. It is measured in the impact of what you do. So you set here to create an impact. I should guide you as a parent. Now, the reason why that happens is because parents want to use you to boast. That's why they think they can decide the school you go to, decide the clothes you wear, decide the man or the woman you marry, decide the career you choose, because for them, you are a point of bragging. You're a bragging right for them. Can't you see my son? Can't you see my daughter? And that's not what you children are created for. You are created an impact. Permit me if I bring Bible here. The Bible says that he has called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, that you may show forth his praise, not the praise of your parents, not the desires of your parents. So it's up to you to be assertive. And when I mean assertive, I mean you should plant your feet on the floor. It was difficult for anyone to stop David from going to fight Goliath because he has presented to them proofs that I solely killed a bear with my bare hands, and I solely killed a lion with my bare hands. So don't stop me from killing this dog. So if you continue to pursue your innate abilities and keep being creative, you will shut them down. I'll give you perfect examples. Fela's dad wanted him to study something else. Charlie Boy, the same thing. These two went on to pursue their own career. And today, look at them. There's a young boy who is a sports caster and a compare. His parents wanted him to be a good doctor. He satisfied that he went to school, and when he came back, he handed them the certificate that I've satisfied you, but now I want to satisfy myself. But if you want to hear, that was 6 or 7 years wasted that he could have used pursuing his own dream. So I am saying to all children today, plant your feet in the sands of reality. Let them see your authenticity and not be able to overshadow you with their own personal desire. So it happens because parents see you as a bragging right.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so what of when we make a mistake and then they like criticize us for making them acting like they are acting like they are perfect and acting like they haven't made that kind of mistake before, or acting like they cannot make that kind of mistake before?
All right. I said the first question I answered that we give birth to children, but we look too much at adults. So we expect you to grow in one day. We forget the process. I'm sure you all remember, you all have been school, you remember the process of the butterfly, egg, larva, pupa, adult. Am I correct? Egg, pupa, larva, adult, whichever arrangement. So we forget all of those, and we should understand that life is in stages. Now, when a plate falls off my hand as an adult, it's an error. But when you fall off the hands of a child, it is damaging. The child is damaging things. So we need to grow out of it, because we often see children that they set out to make mistakes. And I'm saying this today. There's a training I do. It's called Neuro-Linguistic Program. We say to people, every intention, every action has a good intention. I don't care how it ended. For somebody who robbed, check him. He's either robbing because he needs to meet somebody's need. I'm not saying robbery is good. I'm just using it as an example to buttress what I just said. Everything that happens has an intention. But as parents, we don't go after your intentions. We just go after the outcome, and then we come down hard on you. Once again, I'm sorry on behalf of several parents like me who have been very ignorant.
Thank you very much, sir. So we would like to call for a break right now. Item will be bringing us a very delicious meal. So please join them daily. They bring food 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day, Monday to Friday. Thank you. Family and values. Thank you, sir, for waiting. So I want to say thank you to the Item 7 for bringing us the meal. You can order from them from 7 a.m. to 11. So the word on the marble today is all children are beautiful. All children are beautiful. So we want to say a big thank you for them bringing us the meal. I will hand it over to co-host Justin.
So thank you to Item 7 for bringing us our breakfast. They are always open 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. each day. Question.
Okay, so I have a question to Mr. Lawal. Why is the pressure to be perfect so important to parents? The expectations they give us, like for example, now I am an only, so the expectations in my family for me is so high. I don't understand why I'm supposed to have that much pressure in my life. There are other siblings that you can pressure to be perfect, but why is the pressure on me?
Okay. You see, your parents are coming from somewhere. The background that is running behind them is chasing them. So why that background is chasing them, they are chasing you. So their quest for you to be perfect is to cover up for their own imperfection. And you're never going to attain perfection. That's the one thing I want everybody to get today. A human being attains perfection, the world will become too small to contain it. That's why the only perfect creation that we all know does not live here, and that is God. The world is too small to contain a person. So you are a person in progress every day, even till the day we exit here. Now, this is what I'm going to say to you, because there is little or nothing you can do about your parents until they come to the knowledge that putting you under pressure would even reduce your level of excellence at the moment. Because all you're doing is hearing their voices behind your back, chasing you to to run after something that is presently not important to you, because they make you not live in the moment. So you're always looking forward to perfection and you're missing the moment, which is one of the reasons why you see children fall into all kinds of vices. So, but what I would say to you, children, as you listen to me now, is can you do me a favor? As soon as you hit the age of 13, have a personal identity. So once you have your identity, no matter what they say, you will still be protecting your identity. I'll keep mentioning David. David knew who he was, and David did not allow the noises around him to overshadow his desires and expectations. So that's exactly what I'm going to say to you today, that at 13, you should know your personal identity. Moses was handed over to the Egyptian, palace at the age of 7. But till he became 40, Moses did not lose sight of who he was and who he has been created to be, regardless of the noise, the Egyptian noise around him. He still didn't lose his identity. So your parents are not going to stop making noise. Don't forget my answer to the last question, that you guys are bragging rights for them. They just want to use you to boast everywhere they go. Can't you see my son, my daughter? He is that doctor. He is that lawyer. She is that accountant. And that's all that matters to them. They don't care about you fulfilling destiny. So if your fulfilling destiny is tied to drumming, your parents will not like it. And they forget that there's a K-Stick. He's a PhD holder, and he's called K-Stick. What the guy does is to drum. Imagine when he was telling his parents as a young boy that he wants to drum. I can't begin to talk about the fight that they must have. Please, you can't fight the battle that is not within your control. How your parents chase you for excellence is not within your control. The only thing that is within your control right now is to go after your own cause. In what are you here for? What is the essence of your life? You need to ask yourselves those questions. Everything that can keep off your back. If I've answered your question.
Okay, more of parents who still use the way they were brought up and way they were trained. Like most parents still use the way they were trained, the way their parents trained them to train us. How come they don't like go about better and newer ways to train children of today?
Unfortunately, it is still the same thing we are seeing. Limited knowledge. Limited knowledge. I am told that my people perish for lack of knowledge, not for lack of wisdom, not for lack of education, not for lack of money, not for lack of connection, for lack of knowledge. So the pressure you're going through is because they are not connected to the time. So parents want to raise you to live in their own world. They forget that you have your own generation. My generation, there was nothing like phone. You today, I'm struggling with technology. I wish you guys had seen how much it took me to connect to this program. But if it were somebody your age, you would do it seamlessly. You won't break a sweat doing it because you were born into this generation. And you're a generation that speaks out. My generation was not meant to talk. You dare not talk. Your generation must talk. So parents need to come to that understanding that they are raising a generation that has been born to speak up. So you're not that generation that will tell, okay, let me give you a perfect example. While we were growing up, our parents couldn't tell us not to eat while standing. So they needed to make up stories. They told us if you eat while standing, the food will go to you. So now I'm wiser. So if I had my parents, I would have asked them, you told me then that if I eat standing up, the food will go to my leg. So why don't the food go to my buttocks when I sit while I'm eating? You know, nobody can tell people of your age such stories and expect to get away with it. You have gadgets on your hands that is enabling you to fact check everything you say. So once again, you would need to live with it. Like I said, it is not within your control, it's not within your circle of influence to determine what your parents will do. Once they have limited knowledge, you would have to live with it. And I keep repeating, chasing your cause, chasing what you have been created to do is the only thing that will silence them. Do not allow their noise to affect you. You know, in this generation, if most of us were like David, we would never achieve destiny because that young man knows so much. So you just focus on being who you have been created to be, and let them be who they are. One day, they will understand it better.
For a break right now, I'm sure we're all tired and stressed, so we'll be coming back. Thank you.
Back. Did you enjoy that? Please, a round of applause to Remy Lawal. Let's give him a round of applause. Remy Lawal, where are you now? Baba for the she dread. Daddy for the she dread. Hey, you don't knock off parents today. We are coming for you.
Yeah. You know, so let me be on Remy's side this one. I apologize to all the children. You know, when Remy said, I'm sorry, I want to apologize. Yes, as parents, we are sorry for some of those things that made you. And I love that he kept apologizing to them. He said,
and that is what parents need to cultivate that art. Sometimes we are too proud. We are proud. Yes, we are proud.
Mentality.
But these days, with Remy Lawal, you need to open your eyes.
Shine and well.
Shine on. Let it be known and be acknowledged that you need to arrest these students. So we apologize on behalf of all the
parents.
All the parents, we apologize.
Thank you, ma'am.
Our own old-time religion.
Most of them ask the question because they say, why that when they do mistakes, it's assumed that there is an influence somewhere. And truly, yes, even me,
our assumption is more than.
It's more than.
And Remy, you remember there was a time you actually mentioned it, that when we assume, I think it was either you or one of our guests said, Remy, where are you? I want to see you on this shot. When we assume, it actually means 85% of our assumption is never the way it is, even in relationship. And we parents do that a lot. And mommy, African parents, they use that word a lot. So only Remy want to say a big thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning. We love today. So Joy is saying, I wish you could continue to have to release this. I'm clamoring for it too. So that one of these days we'll have this opportunity to also bring our children in and we'll have a wonderful time with you. And I pray God will give you that time. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And say thank you to Mr.
Thank you,
Lawal.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Lawal.
Thank you. Thank you.
We love you. Have
Thank
a splendid
you.
day. Don't worry. I will send you item 7 to Ibadan. Okay? Are you in Ibadan? Are you in Lagos? Are you in Ibadan or in Lagos? Oh. Okay, it's so good to know that you're in Lagos. That means you are here to see our boy and the mom. So it's so good to know that you're in Lagos. Yes, that is good. I love the fact that it's not, so that you would, but I love the fact that you are joining us live from home because it's a distance as well. Thank you so much. We love and appreciate God's grace over your life. I will pray God will also nurture your own children to be great trophy children for the future. Thank you so much. Have a splendid day.
Thank you.
Bye for now. Okay, so my darling Temilolu Jessica.
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful one.
Now, if you're looking at yourself now with the little episode and experience of today, what would you say?
I never expected to get this privilege to do this, but I'm actually very happy and also very nervous too because it's my first time being on television. But I'm happy that I had a chance to speak for all children out there, to make their voice heard even when they're afraid to come to their parents. And I'm also very happy for you providing us a parental coach to make us free to ask questions that we are so afraid to ask our parents.
So for the benefit of people watching you from home, can you introduce yourself better, your class and your school?
Good day, everyone. My name is Ayedi Temiloluwa. I am a year 11 student from Springford League College. I want to wish you guys a happy Children's Day, and I pray all your hopes, dreams, and desires come true in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
And those children struggling with one or the other, I pray God send you a helping hand and comfort to your family.
Amen.
Happy
Same thing
Children's
with Jessica.
I'm Jessica from Springford Lead College, year 9, and I hope every child never loses their spark. Always be fun, playful, energetic, be how you are, and don't grow up too fast.
If there was one thing you were to wish all the children celebrate today, what would that be?
Happiness, and I hope all wishes, every battle, every struggle you're going through, you one day go through it. God will help you, and you'll be free.
Seriously.
I wish
It's so
all
beautiful.
children to not think of all the bad things happen to them as bad things. Like, look for the light at the end of the tunnel. Good things come from bad things. I mean, you cannot accomplish success without going through failures. So.
Thank you. I love the fact that she said that you always get your spark back. That in short, that one has covered all your wishes. That's why I didn't want to ask again. So you get your spark back. Irrespective, no matter what, your parents love you. Your parents love you. No matter what they're going through, no matter how hard it may seem, they are too harsh, their frustration, their pressure, too much on them. But in spite of all, they love you. And many parents go through a lot. They may not show it to you, they may not relate it to you, but that doesn't mean they don't love you. The way they present it may be hurting, it may be kind of, maybe they don't love me. They do. That's why they want the best for you. They were under so much pressure, but they need to learn. And that is why we are here. That is why we have families. That is why we have people like Remy Lawal. We have people like Chibima who always here, and many others. So we encourage parents to tune in to Galaxy Television for family and values. It goes a long way. We talk about family, talk about your responsibility. We are not going to tell you. We are going to put you through. We're not here to condemn you. We are here to construct it for you to know how you relate it with them, because we want their future to be greater than yours. Yes, that is every parent's dream, so that they'll become those trophy children that you want them to be. Joy.
To every child out there, I want you to understand that you are the light. You have the right to your own happiness. Look beyond you and build your own world around you. Happy Children's Day to all the children celebrating all over the world. As parents, we love you and we want the very best for you. Be yourself and always stay happy. I am Princess Joy Eiro Abu. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Okay, so it's so good to have to celebrate the Children's Day with you today, and I hope that you have many more years to celebrate Children's Day if she varies on that. I want to say a big thank you to all our Team, we didn't do this alone. It couldn't have happened. And thank you to the principal, Hallelujah Ezekiel, who is also here from Springford. Thank you so much. We love you. My name is Remain Olori, and our supervising producer, Mr. Taslim Ajayi. Thank you so much. Have a splendid day. We love you. Bye.